Okay, so we're looking at these. If you look at my cursor here, our main things we're looking for in this project is a 10-degree angle. First of all, we have a baseline here, and then we have a 10-degree angle and a 40-degree angle. And we'll see the same thing here with a 10-degree angle and a 40-degree. And so essentially this is about the view. There are several things we want to see in this. We want to get a sense of the view, to where we're displaying it to the viewer, to show them the object and the utility of it. In other words, what's the surface like? How do we see it? Then the other thing we want to do is we want to reveal how much we can communicate the form, the three-dimensional aspect of the object. It's about really looking. So some of the ways you're having to look and find. If we look here, we see some very subtle, and we see this gear coming around. We see these subtle lines coming underneath here to reveal to us how that form functions. And then the transition from this gear to the top to seeing underneath the gear here. I know, very nice, quite subtle. If we follow that line over and we see how it relates to give us a sense of the form. Um, Under here is talking a lot about shape, but that shape is supported by these lines coming through to really convey a sense of form. So that's what we're looking for, is where do we bring those interior lines in? At what point do we bring an interior line into the space and we create a sense of variety so the viewer understands, hey, I'm actually looking through and seeing this thing. Again, we look here. These two are quite interesting, because what you see um, when you look at this sort of subtlety, you get a sense of the three-dimensional quality of this particular object, and in its simplicity, you start really seeing the complexity unfolding. So, one of the questions becomes is, do we need a line under here? This is totally rhetorical, okay? Ask yourselves, when you look, so there need to be a line to establish the relationship in the form of here. Or does this give us enough information that we can do without it? In some ways, we're trying to, again, convey the essence of how much detail do we need for the viewer to decipher the sense of volume. So think about it. Each time you're looking at it, it's a dialogue between yourself and the surface and the object that you have created. In other words, you're telling the story, you're unfolding the details of your object for the viewer to understand this volume. So again, the question is, do we need that line coming through here? We look here, since the volume is created by the interior of this, and you get a sense of this as something you can pick up. And that's what you're looking for each time with these. Can I pick this thing up and hold it in my hand? Does it have that sense of volume to it? And that's what you're shooting for. Okay, so just a quick note on these, because I think people are, in some cases, not connecting how it is relationship of this project to the previous project, and how the diametric is just a slight shift and a tilting of the way you present the information to the viewer than we did in the isometric. Okay, so all right, so what I see on the discussion board, great comments, great feedback to your peers, lots of awareness of line weight and the importance of line weight to convey the distance, and a great deal of people recognizing if the 10 and 40-degree angles are off. So you are doing a great job. You're picking up on a lot of stuff that you need to be aware of, and an understanding of how you're going to create that sense of volume with these, just by the way that you're verbalizing with one another what's happening. So great job, and everyone's off to really working hard on these. So keep up the good work.